Hello folks, winter has arrived once again. Yes, we're back to that biting wind, sub-zero temperatures, and of course we've got snow. And guess who's doing a half marathon this weekend? Yes, I'm going to be taking part in the Hypothermic Half Marathon in Edmonton on Sunday. I've got no idea how I'm going to get on. This is going to be the first road race I've done for about 5 years, and also the first marathon I've done for about 5 years. I do have a target time. Whether I will hit that, I don't know, but I'm hoping that you will stick with me to see how this weekend pans out. Now, one of the things I always try to do when I have a race planned is to get a good sports massage a day or two before. So I'm here today for a sports massage with my coach Paul, who's also a sports massage therapist. Okay, so the next step for race day is to go and collect my race bib. I'm here outside the running room in Edmonton. The running room are sponsoring the race and they are the organisers. So let's go inside, pick up race package and get set for race day. So I had my massage this morning and it's really helped. I had been getting a little bit of tightness in my lower legs simply from running on the snow and ice these past couple of weeks, and the massage has made all the difference. I'm a little bit more flexible down there. It's given it some blood flow into the area, and I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that it makes a big difference tomorrow when I do the half marathon. Now, of course, talking about the half marathon, as you'll have seen, I did go and collect my race bib and my race day package. This year, what they've given us is this great thermos flask, and this will certainly be extremely useful for taking out on those day trips that I might do. Probably a little bit heavy for running, but certainly if I do a nice hike, or I may even use it as an aid station when I do my next ultra. Now, one of the other things I'm frequently asked about when it comes to doing races is what kind of things do I eat the day before? And so this sort of myth that you have to carbo load before a race. And some people will say carbo loading for a 5K, carbo loading for a marathon. In my personal opinion, everybody is different. If you feel the need to eat carbs the day before race day, do so. But for me, I tend to just eat what I feel like, and I've run ultras and marathons on just steak and chips the night before. Now, the weather for the race tomorrow is actually going to be quite chilly. We're looking at temperatures of around about minus 17 degrees Celsius, and there are snow showers in the forecast again. So I'm being very choosy about what kind of clothing I'm actually going to be racing in. I don't want to get too warm, but then I also need to make sure that I stay warm enough for the hour and 45 minutes that I'm hoping to do the race in. So what I'm actually going to be wearing, I'm going to be wearing layers. I'm going to be wearing over the top of everything this thermal jacket. It's also windproof, and this is going to be perfect for keeping any wind chill at bay. And underneath that, I'm going to be wearing my faithful merino wool layer. These always keep me very warm, and I absolutely love them. They're very lightweight and they do the job perfectly. And underneath the merino wool, I'm going to be wearing this simple base layer, which again retains the warmth, but also is quite light, and it means that I won't be too restricted whilst I'm running. In terms of the bottom half, when it comes to cold weather, I do usually get quite cold thighs and my butt is usually quite cold. So I'm going to be making sure that I wear thermal running tights. Now, these ones are thermal. They are made by Earth Group Activewear, which are an Edmonton-based company, and they do some great products, and I absolutely love the comfort of these tights. So yeah, I'm going to be wearing those tomorrow. And over the top of those tights, I'm going to be wearing this craft thermal skirt. Now, having a skirt for running probably sounds a little bit girly, but I have tried this out over the past few days just to see how comfortable it is and whether it does make a difference. And I have to say that with it having this quilted lining, and it's also windproof, this has definitely been doing the job for me to keep me warm. It doesn't restrict my movement in any way, and I'm actually looking forward to racing in this tomorrow. And of course, it goes without saying that given the temperature and the risk of frostbite, there's going to be a thermal buff. There's going to be doubled gloves because I always get cold hands. There's going to be a face covering. Definitely need that. And of course, I a hat to keep that heat in. Now, the hardest thing to decide on for tomorrow is yet again, which footwear do I use? It's actually a road race. There has been a lot of snow melt recently, but that snow melt has obviously turned to ice and we're still in that freeze-thaw cycle. So temperature's going to plummet overnight. It's currently 5 degrees outside, but by morning, as I say, we're looking at those sub-zero temperatures again. Everything's going to be frozen. So it may be that I end up racing in the Salomon Spike Cross. I don't know yet, it depends how icy it is. The alternative, of course, is if we have lots of snow and the ice is at a minimal. I'll probably be wearing my Saucony Peregrines. These shoes are so comfortable, they give you a good grip, but they're not so good on ice. And of course, I have to make sure that my tootsies are warm, especially given that I got frostbite a couple of years ago on my big toe. So I will again be doubling up on those socks and making sure that they're worn and they keep my feet warm. Now, there's no way of tracking us tomorrow, but for anybody that is interested, this is my bib number. This has the timing chip on there. I'm hoping to go 1 hour 45 or less. I've no idea whether I can do that. I think under circumstances, given the weather conditions, it may be a struggle, I don't know. But we'll just see how the race pans out, and I shall see you all tomorrow. Well, good morning everybody. I'm here at the Highlands Golf Course, which is where the Hypothermic Half Marathon starts this morning. The car temperature is currently reading around about minus 20 degrees Celsius. There's a little bit of snow in the air, so yeah, it's certainly going to be a chilly one. Conditions underfoot are pretty icy at the moment, so I've decided that I'm going to go with the Salomon Spike Cross, just to give me that little bit more traction as I'm running. I'm not going to be taking any gels or anything with me, simply because this is a road race and there are actually aid stations out there on the course. So the race is due to start in around about 20 minutes time, so I'm going to get myself fully kitted out to make sure I stay warm, and let's get to it.
Alright, it's showtime in 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Alright, the 2
So there you go, that's the Hypothermic Half Marathon completed for another year. My unofficial time was 1 hour 45 minutes and 1 second. If you recall, I did want to get between 1 hour 40 and 1 hour 45, so I'm pretty happy with that performance, especially considering that I did struggle a little bit and I did end up walking just for a short while around about the 8-mile mark. I really hope that you've enjoyed joining us this weekend. If you do like this kind of thing, please do consider subscribing and of course hit that like button too. Until next time, thanks as ever for joining me. Take care and I shall see you all again very soon.